Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a look here at Cardano, seeing what's going on. I got some interesting results from yesterday's video. I have tons of people liked the video, so thank you so much for doing that. If you could please, of course, do it again. Greatly appreciate that. But it was interesting. There's a couple of salty folks talking about how well, basically, they're obviously very emotionally invested in the coin, and they didn't like that I was saying that there's potential for downside. It's hilarious how some people think. Anyways, please like the video. Greatly appreciate you watching. Thanks again for hopefully learning as much as you possibly can. We're going to take a quick look at some back-end data here and just kind of generally get an understanding of what's going to happen next. We do have a long open with ADA right now. We're pretty much at break even because we got in, I think it was 24, 48 hours ago, right in the same spot, about 38 cents. And I'm confident we're going to be able to see our profit targets. Again, there's a lot of good things going on here with this coin. As far as the price action, we got this kind of double bottom thing going on. Smaller time frames show that we have a really nice Elliott Wave play out for some higher highs. So we'll talk about that and much more. So just quick congrats to our community members for some nice scalps here for ETH. AVAX, what, 21, 30, 13, and 13%. Then, of course, our nice long here from Dogecoin. That is a swing trade that'll hit a lot more targets here soon. So, again, confident we got some good stuff in the market going on. Recognize, man, Bitcoin is on a tear, too. And you do got to recognize this as well. This is kind of back-end stuff here. Let me see if I can find the article. MicroStrategy is acquiring tons in Bitcoin between 30 and 37,000. Okay. Most recently, 37,000, they acquired 16,000 Bitcoin. Wouldn't that be nice to have that kind of bankroll? So yeah, let me say that's relevant because Bitcoin looks like it's here to stay. And I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin pull back as far as we'd actually originally hoped for to get a better dollar cost average. That said, though, Cardano is going to follow suit if Bitcoin does well and maintains itself sideways. I think we're going to see some really good stuff from Cardano. So let's look at this here. This is the last 7 days of trading data. This is another reason why I feel fairly confident we're going to see some higher price action, about 39.5 to 40 cents. So we can see tons and tons of liquidation above that current price point. Okay, so the most recent high right there at 39 cents, anything above that level is pretty much a juicy target there for the whales. You got to keep in mind, tons of people are adding to the long position here. A lot more leverage at about 36.75 cents. So that could also be a target as well as we continue to add to that. But again, this is just an averaged amount of a lot of liquidation, and prices typically shoot towards those levels. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin closes at 38,000 or higher this weekend, that we see some altcoins this weekend start to surge closer to these liquidation levels. Okay, so just some things to pay attention to. Take a look at the daily. Let's talk about this here just really quick. Again, you can kind of see these large liquidation levels up here across the top. We can also specify that we are back up over, again, this is tentative for the moment, but yesterday we were testing below the 20-day SMA, and I mentioned that that's potentially a bearish sign, and we want to pay attention a little closer if we close below that. While we did, today we're closing closer to being above that level, likely going to be above because we are, what, at about 38.5 versus low 37-cent range, okay? So again, that 20-day SMA to me is a big deal. Just paying attention to where we're at in the overall sense of things. We're on the right side of that. Which we are for the moment, then it would result in a positive continuation to the upside. Again, stronger likely than not, right? Everything's probabilities here. It's not like a definitive 100% guarantees, okay? Again, that's just kind of how that works. All right, so taking a quick look at the 4-hour time frame, this tells us we're truly bullish here. We got a nice little money flow index starting to increase, RSI is maintaining above 50, and stochastic is swinging upwards. Those are all bullish signs. Same thing here as well for the convergence on the MACD. So 4-hour time frame is looking very, very strong. We are still below the 50-day SMA. I would like to be above that, so a closure today at 38.4 or higher would be phenomenal. That's ultimately what we're looking for. But again, we're above the 20 and the 100 and the 200, so we got a 75% probability of being in a better position today than we were yesterday while we were below that level, okay? So again, just some things to kind of think about. We do have some upper liquidity levels here that still need to be swept. You can see this part here at about 39.7, previous one at 39.4, and of course, upwards of about 40 cents. So again, that speaks to what we see here on the charts. 39 to 40 is absolutely that level of liquidity that should be swept here soon, okay? So my speculation is the price action breaks through this most recent high here at about 38.75. We will see this level retested. Okay. Again, and then the price action, once it hits that level, a lot of times continues higher because shorts hedge their shorts with longs, and we see a squeeze and the price goes up faster. So I'm thinking we're going to see a pretty pretty fast moving Cardano once we get to that level. Again, we have to get to that level first, and we got a little bit of a barrier here at about 38.7. Okay, that's the 4-hour time frame. Let's wrap this up here for y'all. Again, if you haven't already, please hit the like button. Greatly appreciate you doing that. That helps us grow the channel and obviously get these this TA in front of more people. So what we look at here on the hourly is TD sequential, and of course the MoGo Cloud. But when we talked yesterday, again, the price action was bottoming out here after being overextended to the downside. So it makes sense for the price action to pull back up. We can also see this Elliott Wave pattern where it's hitting higher highs and higher lows. So if you take a look here, you can see the price action is due for a continuation to 38.42 upwards to 38.76. So again, we might see a resistance there at that upper fib level as we talked about previously. So just be mindful, but that would be an area to consider taking profit. Okay, so if you're just saying a long right here, taking profit just below a key Fibonacci retracement level or a resistance level is important to kind of, that's how you take correct profits, is to take them just before specific levels are hit. Try not to use round numbers either. 39.40 cents, do 38.99. Right? Believe me, it works. It's one of those things that not everybody tells you. Okay, last thing we want to look at is each MoGo Cloud here, and just recognize that we have, this is perfect. This is a sweet spot here. This is exactly what I look for in taking a long position. If we didn't already have one open, I'd probably consider opening one now, because we have a nice conversion line over the baseline. We've consolidated effectively above the cloud for no less than 6 to 7 hours. And then on top of that, the lagging span is free and clear of price action. So hypothetically, the next 12 to 24 hours, we should expect some bullish behavior, okay? So a lot of this kind of speaks to the fact that price action should continue higher. Again, I'll push this out on our playout charts. I'll let you know kind of where we're at there. I'll put a chart out there on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. They look a little something like this, where I just kind of provide you with insight on specifics that we just review here in our videos. So be sure to check that out and make sure you enable alerts for that. And of course, our YouTube. Last but not least, make sure you join the best exchange I've ever used. Fantastic newbie benefit rewards if you use my link to register. And obviously, they are no KYC, no VPN. That's why we use them as a community. And they also have like trailing stop losses and multiple profit targets, things you don't find with other exchanges. So they're really catered towards good traders and just consistent traders. And I really, truly do love them. So be sure to check them out. Link down below for that. And I thank you again so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.